Hi, a very good day to our lecturer. We are from Section 1, class of BMM3023, Engineering Management and Safety. So now we are going to present our presentation for the final assessment. Before we start, my name is Nur Amira binti Muhammad Fauzi with the matrix number MA19103. I am representing my colleagues for today's introduction of the project. We are a group of engineers who have served in Nokia's company for up to 8 years. We are appointed as project manager to handle the Nokia's new project, which is developing the new smartphone. So now we go for a little bit about Nokia. The Nokia Corporation is the world's largest mobile phone manufacturer with customers in over 130 countries. To create, build, and encourage people from all countries to communicate with each other in order to create a world where everybody is connected is the company's mission. And the merger of the three companies resulted in the formation of the company. Purpose car and bicycle tires, rubber boots, communication cables, televisions and other consumer electronics, personal computers, generators, robotic capacitors, military technology and equipment, plastic, aluminum and chemical were among the products manufactured by the new company, which is Nokia itself. Next, we go for behind the creation of the smartphone nowadays. So what is the history of the smartphone? First, we go for the birth of smartphones industry. For information, IBM was the first company who is claimed to be the first invention of smartphones could, and it could send emails and faxes in addition to talking and texting. Next is the growth of smartphone technologies. The BlackBerry phone came on the showcase with a few progress highlights, one button for one letter, just like the desktop console, got genuine consideration among the youthful era. So the climax is the rise of the iPhone. The iPhone was the first smartphone that enabled the usage of 3G. With the improvement of the battery life and the increase in memory size has given a remarkable turnaround in the smartphone industry. And the final is the revolution of the Android. So what the best thing about Android is their affordability. The Android operating system is an open source platform and hundreds of new features are added in each version of the invention. That's all from me and I will pass it to my team member.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hazarul bin Muhammad Nawawi, MA19110. Now I would like to present about Chapter 3, the analysis of this project. The first is a definition of a project. A project is a series of tasks that must be accomplished in order to reach a given objective or achieve the specific result. To accomplish our project objective, we will need everyone and every department to help each other. As a result, it's critical to understand the process and clearly define strategies and service that will help our project accomplish its goal. This is a device manufacturing flowchart. First of all, the project will start to be identified. The project will follow by the hardware interface and data filtering. The data filtering profile keeps all the private proprietary information from entering the network. A data filtering application, for example, is hide or remove social security numbers or credit card information from complicated client data reports. arriving at the employee's desk on their mobile. It's done to make focusing our specific information in a huge data set or table of to use our resource such as equipment, money, people, information, and time. The most efficient way to make sure we are not lost any cost. And the most efficient way to make sure the most contribution in achieve our project goal. As we see that flowchart. The first is identify all stakeholders. Next is define role and responsibility. Hold a kick-off meeting. Define project scope, budget, and timeline. Set a goal. Define deliverables. Create project schedules. Do a risk assessment and communicate a project plan. For the execution, since the deployment of the initial project plan is usually referred to as execution stage. This planning, executing, monitoring, and regulating activity are linked. The procedures used to carry out the work defined in the project in order to achieve our project requirement. Organizing resource and people are also combining carry out the project activities in accordance with the project plan. As we can see, this is a execution flowchart. First is identify the project, collect the important data, develop a team, execute project management plan, report and make the report simpler. Filtering does not delete or edit data, which row that column display in the active Excel worksheet. After that, decoding was started. A decoder is a circuit that converts a collection of a signal into a code. Although a decoder accomplishes that opposite of encoding, we will start our study encoder and decoder with the science to create the data. Next is the integrity monitoring. Integrity monitor are individuals or organizations with legal, auditing, and investigative and other skills who have been designed by the city to assist the monitoring of the specific activity. The next is a process will follow the success or failure. If the process shows the fails, it will go to PVT or code measurement, and PVT measurement determine if the mobile station transmitter power stay within the specific power or timing range. After that, it goes to LBS service, a location-based service. Is a software service for a mobile device application that requires knowledge about where the mobile device is geographically located. The application collect the data and gather in real time. To help the user or any specific data to tracking and help to improve the technology and allocate the real time tracker. After all the process is done, it will go to open com season and finalize. If all the process are good and the process will go to the exit service. If the service is not required, it will go back to the start again and to the recheck the problem. And low the process will start again. Then creating a world breakdown structure, WBS, to help manage plan, project, process, and financial. After that, to facilitate the review company cost, time, and technical performance on the project, and also provide a manager with information that is suited to each organization level. The 3.2 is a project management process. The project management process is defined, consists of 5 phases, which are initiating, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closing. These steps are required to manage a project from start in the beginning to the finish by the project manager. For the initiation, The project initiation ensure that strong foundation when starting a new project. Project initiation is the first step in the initiation phase. In order to secure buy-in from the key stakeholder, the detail about the project purpose, that what kind of the business value that may deliver are important. We begin the new project from its objective. Initiation steps are shown in the figure below. In the flowchart, we can see that the first is we demonstrating project the necessary and benefit to the stakeholder. Next, the project stakeholder analysis, feasibility study, financial analysis, assembling the team workspace and tool, and after that the project chart. The next is planning. Project planning is very important to make sure project is complete in the certain time frame. The main purpose of this project planning phase is establish business, establish cost, schedule, list of delivers, and delivery dates. Planning help us to resource to use the report of the project, update the project schedule, and lastly establish the project. So now is the monitoring and controlling. Monitoring and controlling process analyze the action and metric needed to guarantee that a certain and permitted project is finished on time within budget and avoid the loss of cost and enabling the project to progress with a minimal risk. This is the step monitoring and controlling. The first is we must have project objective. The second is monitoring project quality and cost tracking. Next is project performance, and lastly identify factor and improve. The next is closing. The closing is project closure refer to the project final approval and conclusion. Achieve and lesson performance documentation are two administrative course. Contract closure, which involve finishing and settling each contract, and closing each contract level to project or new project and project finish, will involve complete all operation across all activity organization in order effectively conclude that project and project phase. 3.3 is strategic management process. This is a business strategy must be linked to a strategic plan and have strong connection between missions, goals, on objective, strategy, and development to provide the team and focus on the film future direction, such as responding change in the environment, environmental scanning, and enhanced market advantage. As we can see, this is the figure of this framework. Now for our mission. Our company aspires to build a new world to reduce a large planet to a small town. Their mission to create, build, and inspire individuals from all walks of life to speak with another in order to make the world more connected place. 3.3.2 is our goal and objective. In of team, the department has its own purpose and vision. The mission is to create and preserve high-quality technology that will project and activities cooperation with little downtime for all, while the vision aims to launch the new technology to increase the company proper leadership and competition. This is possible because the organization has a variety of resources, including an extranet, internet, website, a firewall, and VPN. All of these improve security for remote connection and data, and may also be often to use to store data and log out. For the 3.3, build and inspire individuals from all walks of life to speak with another in order to make the world more connected place. 3.3.2 is our goal and objective. In of team, the department has its own purpose and vision. The mission is to create and preserve high-quality technology that will project and activities cooperation with little downtime for all, while the vision aims to launch the new technology to increase the company proper leadership and competition. This is possible because the organization has a variety of resources, including an extranet, internet, website, a firewall, and VPN. All of these improve security for remote connection and data, and may also be often to use to store data and log out. For the 3.3.3, the formula strategies our company. In order to make effective strategies, we collect the most important data that affected us. Then we can use the data to improve our mistake. And when we identify our industry is facing significant transformation with a trend toward interface, visualization, cloud native software, industrial automation, and digitalization, boosting customer need for essential works. This will change the way we design, develop, implement, manage, and sell our products, and the solution to an ever-growing market of communication service providers, web scale, and business. For the 3.3.4, this is a project portfolio. A portfolio is a collection of a project that program in project management. Other tasks on duty relating to the project may also include. The goal of the portfolio is to provide central control and inspection of a lot of project and activity. For the categories business model, the characteristic is a target market that has been defined, as well as any estimate cost. For both new and existing film business, models are critical. The next is financial. The characteristic is finance in the most basic form, refer to money, management, and the act of obtaining necessary finances. Lastly is a characteristic of the project. The characteristic for the life cycle. Life cycle is for every project. The life cycle is separate to 5 stages: conception, definition, planning, implementation, and commissioning. All the stages must perform in order to project to be completed. Next, the teamwork. The teamwork stick is finance in the most basic form, refer to money, management, and the act of obtaining necessary finances. Lastly is a characteristic of the project. The characteristic for the life cycle. Life cycle is for every project. The life cycle is separate to 5 stages: conception, definition, planning, implementation, and commissioning. All the stages must perform in order to project to be completed. Next, the teamwork. The teamwork is a process of cooperating with a group of individuals to reach a specific goal. Teamwork is a very important aspect of many business, since it's frequently vital for employees to work effectively together to give their all in each situation. Next is a time estimate. The time estimate relates to determining how long it will take to perform a job, how sequence of action. The more you know about the particular possibilities of your job, the more accurate time estimate you can get. The next is established. A certain someone well established is well known, a completely trustworthy, and has track record of success. It takes long time to establish yourself. The lastly is the quality. Quality production indicates that company procedures are well designed and executed. The creation of high quality item will be a part of improved process. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Ninur Ashikin binti Rajarallah, MA19107. So for our project, I will be presenting the chapter 4, which is result and discussion. Okay. In the strategic management process, the financial portfolio is one of the method to make the decision, especially in quantitative analysis. So here we will discover the payback period calculation, also the return of investment, and also the net present value (NPV) for both of our model, which is Nokia Atom Pro and also Nokia C21 Plus. In the table shown our Nokia smartphones comparison, which is we include also the price, initial investment, expected annual sales, revenue for 4 years, with the rate of return 16%. For the first segment, which is payback period, to calculate the payback period, we divide the investment with the annual cash flow. And for the Nokia Atom Pro, we have 1.37 years and 1.9 years for Nokia C21 Plus. What we can say for this segment is investment of Nokia Atom Pro takes 1.37 years to cover, meanwhile Nokia C21 Plus takes 1.49 years to cover, which is Nokia Atom Pro have the shorter payback period than Nokia C21 Plus. So for the return of investment ROI, to calculate return of investment is we divide the annual cash flow with the investment, or we can use 1 over payback period. So by calculate the annual cash flow with the investment, we have 73% for the Nokia Atom Pro and 66.9% for the Nokia C21 Plus. And the return of investment used to evaluate the profitability of an investment. So in terms of this segment, Nokia Atom Pro is more efficient to Nokia C21 Plus. And for the NPV, net present value is characterized for two types, which is positive NPV, which is which is the project meets the minimum desired rate of return. And for the negative NPV means that the project is rejected. And then calculate the NPV for the Atom Pro, we have 1059.11, and for the Nokia C21 Plus we have 886.27. So we accept Nokia Atom Pro because it has higher NPV, and the Nokia Atom Pro also meets the desired rate of return and eligible for future considerations. So for the discussion, we decide that Nokia Atom Pro is chosen because it has shorter payback period, also higher efficiency, and meets minimum desired rate of return. So for to explain more, the investment will be repaid fairly by shorter payback period. So in order to have shorter payback period, we growing the base to establish a scaled pricing model that ensure the customer pay more on our service. And number two, we find the right place point to increase revenue and shorten the payback period. So of course, in the business, we have the uncertainty. So to handle this uncertainty, we need to understand the failure and put it as a learning opportunity to create new chances. Number two, we need to learn to spot and focus the trend for a better decision in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Rosdella binti Ramli and my ID is MA19101. So today I was responsible to present the conclusion about this project. So after we got some discussion and make some calculation, we can make some recommendation about this project. So first one is we have to plan the item based on the expectancy of the customers and the world current demands, so that we can apply the concept of time frame, budget estimated, assembly order path, and organization structure. And the second one is we can recommend about consider about petitioning suppliers, reporting, and portfolio executive, so that our project can go through successfully. And the next one is we have to need an effective reporting system, such as the distribution of feedback form to the client and customers. And the last one is we have to determine the amount of profit we will receive once the thing have been sold and advertised, so that our organization will be more stable and have better work management in the future. So for the next is conclusion. So after we cut discussion, first one is we can conclude that we can finalize from the calculation of break-even analysis, return of investment, there is ROI, net present value (NPV), present worth analysis, and internal rate of return for project comparison. And the second conclusion, we can evaluate calculate the fundamental management of the net present value and also rate of investment and annual rate of return using the information provided. And last but not least is we can apply these strategies carefully during project planning so that we can estimate the project result and fulfill all the requirement to invest and believe that we can give more benefit that remains to the business model. So I think that's all from our group. Thank you.